everybody, welcome back to another episode of Book and Lunch Day. So today we'll be making kimchi, stir-fried pork with kimchi. I have my kimchi here. I already got it out of the jar and everything. Usually you can purchase them in a little jar, depends on the size. I have small, large, medium, so depends on the size. Usually they came with like it's already bite-sized, so it's already cut it. But sometimes if you do find that yourself purchase the one that's not cut, just cut it to bite-size. It's pretty simple. And make sure you get the one with the leafy one, so because sometimes I see in some stores they also have the one that they made of daikon. So you want to be careful because this dish it will go a lot better if it's not a cabbage. It's a cabbage kind. Right, so that's our kimchi. Kimchi is a Korean pickled cabbage in chili paste. So it's fermented, so that's why it has a little sour taste to it, but it's really, really good. I see a lot of people love it, and you can find it in any major store nowadays. So, and it's really good. But it really depends on the brand though. So you want to, for me, I would test out different brand of kimchi to find the one I like. And I rarely eat kimchi directly. I usually eat it like in a dish or make like a kimchi stew or stuff like that. I rarely, sometimes I do, but yeah, I usually put it in like a dish or some sort. So today we're making pork. Pork goes really well with kimchi, I guess, because it's kind of fermented. It just goes really well with it. So I have some pork here. You do want to pick the one with a little bit more fat to it, just because, supposedly it goes really well with pork belly, but it's kind of difficult to find pork belly, and it's not like the healthiest thing for you. So that's why I would like just pick like a little fattier pork, and then you can use it. I'm not using a lot because I'm not using a lot of kimchi today. So it really depends on the size that you want to cut it into. If you want to do it in a thin slice, just make sure you cut everything in a thin slice. If you want to do with chunk like this, I think this one has more fat, so I'm gonna save that one for a little bit. The edge piece has more fat. So today I'm just going to cut it in like a very thin slice. And again, like if you want to cut anything in a thin slice, freezing them, it's the easiest way to do it. Because that will give you more grip to your meat. And just cut the item in kind of like a square-ish shape, so that way it also gives you more stability at the bottom. Just cut it. And if you don't feel comfortable cutting it at a really thin slice, it's fine. You can cut it in bigger chunk. It's just if it's a bigger chunk, you do need to cook it for a longer time. You do want to make sure your pork is completely cooked through. That's a safety issue. So make sure your pork is completely cooked through. If you don't feel comfortable cutting in like a very thin slice, if you don't want to cut your finger, but as long as you watch where you're cutting, you should be fine. Alright, we're almost done here. I have a friend that made his own kimchi before. I never actually gave it a try. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna fail, so that's why I never actually gave it a try. And it's a lot of work. So kind of never tried to make my own kimchi. I feel like it's not that expensive in store anyways. I should have just, buy it. But then again, I don't eat that much kimchi. So If you do, but according to my friend, homemade kimchi is really good. So, anyways, I'm going to marinate my pork a little bit, just with a little bit of salt, chili flakes. If the jar of kimchi you have has a lot of kimchi sauce to it, you can also add it in. It's also going to give it a little bit more flavor. But the jar that I have doesn't have that much juice to it, so I don't have it in. And then some rice wine. Rice wine is important. Again, you can substitute with sake if you cannot find any. I don't know which one is easier to find. For me, it's easier for me to find rice wine. But yeah, there we go. We just want to make sure everything is even and soften up our pork. Now this step is optional. You can use cornstarch, or you don't have to, because our I'm using regular porks today, but the pork I'm using has a little bit more fat tissue to it today, so it shouldn't stick as much. But if you want, you can always, you can add in a little bit of cornstarch to make sure, just kind of give it a little protective layer to seal in all the meat and the flavoring, so it's not releasing it. And I see a cat coming, and I hope she won't jump on the counter. So I locked them up. I did not close the door. Oh, he did. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they are coming toward me. Nope. No, get out. Sorry. No. Alright. I saw that I put them away. Oh, goodness. Alright. Children, you need to go down. Yes. There we go. And we got another one stuck right over here. She's just trying to sniff everything. Oh. No, that's my water. You don't got any. Nope, not my water. Can you come down, Mew? Please? Nope, you cannot eat that. Alright, so cornflake I added in. After you add enough cornstarch, you can add in a little bit sesame oil just to coat it in a little bit. No, you cannot have any. Mew. Sorry, I did not mean to throw her. She landed on her feet. She's fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna let my porks sit a little bit and then wash my hand and hopefully do something about the cat. Alright. I don't know where they go right now. Anyways, let's go back to our cooking. Oh, here we are. Mew, you know you're not supposed to interrupt. You know that? That's weird. Oh, this one is empty. Alright. We keep getting interrupted today. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Problem solved. So our pot is on there right now. Basically what I want to do, and I usually do, is I want to cook my pork first. You don't have to completely cook it yet. And there is a cat. Mew. like really hot here. Alright, so I'm just going to wait for the pan to heat up a little bit. I'm adding my oil. I'm only using sesame oil today just to kind of balance out all the. It goes really well with pork and kimchi, so that's why. If you don't have sesame oil, you don't have to use it. You can always use just your regular cooking oil. I'm not adding too much in because I know the pork has a little fat to it also. My cat is leaving because it's really hot. Please go. You can do it, Mimi. You can jump down the counter. Alright. Put it in. Stir a little bit. You do want to try your best to separate them. If you are not handy with the chopstick, use a pan, use your whatever. I just prefer to cook with chopsticks. Separate them so they're cooking evenly. The reason why I'm doing this is just to make sure all my pork will be cooked completely through in a little bit. Nope, that's not a toy. That's not cat food. You have your cat food meal. Can you go to your cat food, please? Pretty please. Jump off the counter. She left. Yeah. That's my little kitten. She is very playful. Like all kittens. Alright, so I'm just making sure all my pork is cooked kind of on both sides. You don't have to wait until it's completely cooked because we're going to put it back after we deal with our kimchi. Turn down the flame a little bit. And then put it back into whatever container you have it in. It's not going to be a long time anyways. And now put in our kimchi. And stir it a little bit. It's not called stir fry for nothing, right? Now I'm not adding any salt to it because the kimchi is already, they added salt to it before already. So if you add in too much salt, it's going to be too salty. So I don't like to add in my salt to the kimchi, but I did add a little bit when I marinated pork. So that's going to help balance out the flavor a little bit. But again, I wouldn't add any salt unless you know your kimchi is just less salty. Then if you want to add it in a little bit, that's fine. But usually kimchi, when they're making it, they'll rub it with a lot of salt. That's to get rid of all the like extra liquid that's in Napa cabbage when they are making it. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're not adding too much salt to this dish, otherwise it will be too salty. And now we can add in our pork back in after you kind of see that the kimchi, you don't really have to cook it, to be honest, but I like to saute a little bit to bring in a different flavor to it, and it will give it a different flavor. You want it to release the aroma before you do it, before you're adding your pork. That will help. and then you just saute it in. Let it cook. You do want to make sure you cook your pork completely. So I just kind of, and that's why it helps when you slice it really thin. That's going to help it cook thoroughly. If you have a very thick piece, it's going to take a little bit longer time. So it really depends on how thick you want to cut your pork into. If it's a little bit thicker, you do want to cook it a little bit longer time. Not necessarily higher heat, but you do want to cook it longer. Okay. Because it's pork, it's kind of difficult to overcook it. I mean you can, but it's a little bit difficult to overcook it. So the more important thing is to cook it through than overcooking it. Alright. So I think this is done. What I like to do is just to kind of let it sit in there for a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to microwave my rice, clean up my counter a little bit. Oh, and I have another. No, mister, you need to come down here. Oh, I cannot believe I forgot to close the cat room's door. They are making a run for it. Alright, so the rice is going. I'm going to put my ingredients away. And a little heads up about the library right now. We are currently only doing pickup service, so please contact your local library branch to see what's their hours and see what they provide for you over there. Always make sure you call. If you have any other question, always feel comfortable. You're always welcome to call the Visalia branch when we are open for business. And nope, you're not jumping on the counter. Sorry, I need to hold him. And then what else? Next week is Christmas. So the library will be closed on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the holidays. So if you have any questions, you can call on Tuesday and Wednesday. And otherwise we will be going on holiday for a little bit, and then for New Year's we will be closed on Thursday and Friday again. Friday and Saturday again. So the next 2 weeks there will be no cooking demonstration because I will be on holiday. But yeah, if you have any question, give your local branch a call to see what their schedule is right now. We're trying our best to make sure our community is safe. So it's back to pickup service as of December 2015. So contact your local branch. Other than that, sign up for the winter reading program. Again, contact your local branch if you have any question about that. But it's really easy to sign up. You can just go to the Tulare County Library .org to find out more information about it. So yeah, and it's really easy. I mean, it's if you read 5 hours, you got a free book. 10 hours, you enter the grand prize drawing. And there's different age group prizes. We have for little kids, teenagers, and adults. So doesn't matter your age. You can sign up for your kids if you want to. I mean, they're off school, might as well do a little reading. So yep. Ooh. So if you have any question, contact your local branch. Contact me in Farmersville if you have any question. I'm always happy to give you any suggestions and answers and help you find the book. Alright, so I like, because it's just me by myself today, so I'm just going to put my pork on top of my rice today. That's going to be, has veggie and the meat and the rice. So, and we can save the rest of it for the hubby when he comes home, right? Alright, let's see. Tasting time, my favorite part. And it's so easy. I really like kimchi, but it is salty, so you don't want to add in any salt. I think this is perfect. If I add in more salt, it's gonna be too salty. The pork is cooked just right, so it's like it's covered in kimchi, so you can taste the kimchi with it too. So it's really, really good. It'll make my lunch happy. Sorry about the cats. I will remember to close the door next time. Other than that, I will see you guys in 3 weeks.